There comes a moment in every life that is quiet, almost invisible, yet powerful enough to change everything. It is not loud. It does not announce itself. It does not come with fireworks or applause. It comes when you are alone. When no one is watching. When excuses finally stop working. That moment is when you realize something uncomfortable but freeing at the same time: nothing changes unless you do. You've waited. You've planned. You've promised yourself that one day you'll start. One day you'll be disciplined. One day you'll become focused. One day you'll finally become the person you know you could be. But listen carefully, one day is not a date. One day is not a plan. One day is a lie we tell ourselves to feel comfortable staying the same. Right now, where you are sitting, breathing, listening, this is the crossroads. This is the point where life quietly asks you a question: are you going to keep waiting, or are you going to begin? You don't need confidence to start. You don't need motivation to begin. You don't need permission. All you need is honesty. Honesty about the life you're living versus the life you want. The gap between those two exists for one reason and one reason only: decisions. Every powerful transformation starts with a decision made in silence. No audience. No validation. Just you deciding that enough is enough. Today is not one day. Today is day one, if you choose it. Most people don't fail because they're weak. They fail because they delay. They fail because comfort feels safer than growth. Because familiar pain feels easier than unfamiliar effort. Staying the same feels predictable, even when it hurts. The mind loves comfort. It will protect habits that destroy you if those habits feel familiar. It will convince you that tomorrow is better. That next week is smarter. That next year will be different. But deep down, you already know the truth: tomorrow never comes for people who keep waiting. Look around. How many people do you know who talk about change but live the same year over and over again? Same complaints. Same excuses. Same dreams. Different calendar. That's not bad luck. That's delayed decision-making. The world doesn't reward intention. It rewards action. Silent action. Boring action. Repetitive action. And most people quit because the beginning doesn't feel powerful. It feels uncomfortable. Awkward. Lonely. Change feels wrong before it feels right. Growth feels painful before it feels natural. And that's where most people turn back. They confuse discomfort with danger. But discomfort is the price of becoming someone new. If you want a life you've never lived, you must be willing to do things you've never done, starting now, not later. One day is easy. Day one is hard. One day lets you stay comfortable. Day one demands responsibility. One day keeps your identity safe. Day one threatens it. Because once you start, there's no pretending anymore. No more stories. No more hiding. Day one means you accept that you are the reason your life looks the way it does. Not your past. Not your environment. Not other people. You. That realization can crush you, or it can free you. Because if you are the reason, then you are also the solution. Day one doesn't mean perfection. It doesn't mean you suddenly become disciplined forever. It means you act even when you don't feel ready. It means you move even when fear is present. It means you show up even when motivation disappears. The most dangerous phrase in the world is, "I'll start when I feel ready." You will never feel ready. Readiness comes after action, not before it. Day one is messy. It's quiet. It's uncertain. But it's real. And real progress only starts when you stop waiting for perfect conditions. Life offers two types of pain. The pain of discipline, or the pain of regret. Both hurt. But only one leads somewhere. Discipline hurts in the beginning. Regret hurts forever. Every time you choose comfort over effort, you are choosing future pain. Every time you avoid the work, you delay the life. Every excuse you protect today becomes a regret you carry tomorrow. No one escapes pain. The only choice is which pain you accept, the pain of waking up early. The pain of saying no. The pain of staying consistent when results are invisible. Or the pain of watching others pass you by. The pain of wasted potential. The pain of knowing you could have done more. Strong people are not fearless. They are simply more afraid of regret than effort. Real change is not about habits. It's about identity. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of who you believe you are. If you see yourself as someone who tries, you will quit. If you see yourself as someone who does, you will persist. Every action is a vote for the person you are becoming. Stop asking, "What should I do?" Start asking, "Who do I need to become?" Winners don't wait for motivation. They move because that's who they are. Discipline becomes natural when identity changes. Most people want recognition before results. They want praise before progress. They want applause while they are still at the starting line. But real growth does not happen in noise. It happens in silence. It happens when no one is watching, when no one is cheering, and when no one even knows what you are building. Silent work is uncomfortable because it removes external validation. There are no likes. No comments. No encouragement. Just effort. Just discipline. Just you versus your excuses. And this is where most people quit, not because the work is too hard, but because the rewards are invisible at first. Understand this clearly: the loudest people are rarely the most successful. The most dangerous people in the world are quiet, focused, and consistent. They don't announce their plans. They don't explain themselves. They don't argue with doubters. They let results speak. When you stop explaining your goals, you protect your energy. When you stop seeking approval, you gain momentum. When you stop proving yourself to others, you start proving yourself to you. Silent work builds confidence differently. It builds a deep, unshakable belief that does not depend on opinions. You begin to trust yourself. You begin to respect your word. And that self-respect becomes fueled that if you can master working in silence, you will become unstoppable when it's time to be seen. Everyone loves intensity. Intensity feels powerful. It feels dramatic. It feels motivating. But intensity is unreliable. It burns hot and disappears fast. Consistency, on the other hand, is quiet. Boring. Repetitive. And unstoppable. Success is not built in massive moments of effort. It is built in small actions repeated daily. It's built when motivation is gone. When energy is low. When progress feels slow. That's when consistency matters. One disciplined hour every day will always beat 10 hours once a month. Small habits compound. They grow quietly until one day people call it talent or luck. But it was never luck. It was repetition. Consistency rewires your brain. It trains you to show up without emotion. Without negotiation. Without excuses. You stop asking how you feel and start doing what needs to be done. Most people quit not because the goal is too big, but because the process feels boring. They underestimate how powerful boring can be. Boring routines create extraordinary lives. If you want a different future, fall in love with repetition. Fall in love with discipline. Fall in love with doing the work even when nothing exciting is happening. That's where winners are made. There will be moments when quitting feels logical. When stopping feels justified. When your mind produces reasons that sound intelligent, reasonable, and safe. This is the most dangerous phase of growth. You will feel tired. Unmotivated. Doubtful. You will question whether this path is worth it. Whether you are good enough. Whether you started too late. These thoughts are not signs of failure, they are signs that you are leaving your comfort zone. Quitting is always loud. It demands attention. Discipline is quiet. It asks for patience. When you feel like quitting, remember this: you don't quit because it's hard. You quit because you forgot why you started. Reconnect with that reason. Revisit it. Strengthen it. Growth requires endurance. Not excitement. Not inspiration. Endurance. Some days, progress is simply not giving up. Some days, success is just showing up. Even at 50%. Even imperfectly. If you quit now, you'll return to where you started, and when you started, you were desperate to be where you are now. Keep going. This phase is temporary. The results are permanent. One day, you will meet a future version of yourself. That meeting is unavoidable. The only unknown is how that version will look at you, with gratitude or disappointment. Your future self is built quietly, daily, through the choices you make when no one forces you to choose correctly. Every habit is a vote. Every excuse is a vote. Every disciplined action is a vote. 5 years from now is not far. It will arrive faster than you think. And when it does, it will bring consequences, good or bad, based on what you are doing right now. The future does not care about intentions. It only remembers actions. Imagine your future self looking back at this moment. What would they beg you to do differently? What would they thank you for continuing? You are writing that answer today. The pain you avoid now will return as regret later. The effort you invest now will return as freedom. Think long-term. Act daily. Build something your future self will be proud to inherit. This is not just another video. This is a moment of decision. A quiet line in your life where you either continue drifting or finally take control. You already know what needs to change. You don't need more information. You don't need another plan. You need commitment. One day, or day one. One path keeps you comfortable but stuck. The other feels uncertain but powerful. One leads to regret. The other leads to growth. No one is coming to save you. And that is not bad news, it's freedom. Because if no one is coming, then everything depends on you. Decide today to keep your word to yourself. Decide today to act even when it's uncomfortable. Decide today to become someone you respect. You don't need to be fearless. You just need to be brave for one decision. One action. One step. Make today day one.